Good morning, peeps. Welcome to another vlog. I got a new tool. This, my friends, this is called the hole hog. And this is what it does. Alright, so here's what we're tackling today. This is going to be the laundry machine. We're going to have a 2-inch trap here. We're going to run this down underneath the floor. And we are going to be connecting to this stack below the ground. I have to drill 3 holes. Take a look here. This is an 1.5-inch hole. We need a 2-inch pipe like I was saying. So we're going to have to enlarge this guy with the hole hog. Looking forward to that. If we come over here, like I was explaining in the last video, this is our kitchen sink right here. I outlined everything on the floor. This is the sink, and we're gonna have to bore a hole somewhere inside here. We kind of made a rough mark right there of where we might put it, but somewhere in this area I'm gonna have to drill down. And then I got another kitchen sink going in right over here where the leg of this ladder is. We're gonna be running a TY down, and we're gonna be wet venting with this guy as well. So, and then we're gonna be connecting into our vent that we ran in the last video. So no shortage of work, if you know what I'm saying. So peeps, you might notice that the laundry drain is further to the right than I initially explained. The GC approached me and reminded me that the staircase is actually going to change locations, and that new location will be directly in line with where I thought the laundry drain should be. So we moved this drain further to the right so we can accommodate the machines, and that way they don't fall down the stairs when we operate them. These laundry boxes are a dream to install because all the difficulties have been sorted out in its design. We are given these 4 little arms that connect into it that already have holes for the screws that we use to secure it to the studs. So all you have to do is cut these arms to the appropriate length and use a torpedo level to make it plumb, and then it's smooth sailing from there. I'm under the impression that the Ontario Plumbing Codebook changed the minimum size for a clothes washer at some point. Most older homes and buildings I've been in have for some reason run 1.5-inch drains for all their machines, but if you look at the current Ontario Codebook, it asks for a 2-inch trap, which is better suited to accommodate the modern pumps which clothes washers are equipped with now. So because clothes washers fill up with water, and at some point that water has to defy gravity to get into the drainage system, a small pump is introduced into the machine to facilitate that operation. This is why if you find that your washing machine is not draining properly, it points to the possibility that the pump may be malfunctioning. Alright, so it's actually 7 p.m. right now, and the day kind of just snuck away from me. What ended up happening is a couple of the contractors kept pulling me away from the work that I needed to do because there was a lot of cleanup that's necessary here. They have these very old copper pipes, copper drains and all that. So they were asking me basically to clean that all up so that they can run their wires. The electrician needs to run a bunch of his wires in a lot of the areas that were taken up from the previous drain. So I literally spent the day just cleaning the basement up and making sure that there was enough space for all the contractors that were in the area, if you know what I'm saying. I haven't even drilled a hole as of yet, and the reason why that is because when I went to put my hole saw bits into the hole hog, they aren't the appropriate size. The size that you need is a 7/16 bit, and the previous one is much smaller. So I had to run out to Home Depot, buy that bit, which is right here. So that's the game plan, fam. Come along with me for the ride. Do you understand the hype now? Do you get it? That, my friends, is the whole hog. There is so much stress involved in finding work as a business owner that when you finally get a chance just to run pipe, it really puts your mind at ease. I find myself sometimes wandering off in my mind about funny conversations that took place, how nice some contractors have turned out to be, and the YouTube videos I plan to edit with the footage. When only just a couple of days ago, I was a ball of stress, worrying profusely about the materials I'm gonna buy and the layout of the pipes, and if my peers can lend me a hand. The business side of things has really felt like playing No Limit Texas Hold'em. One minute I'm playing my last pot, I have 2 chips to my name, this is just one final job. The next minute I'm swamped with work and all the chips are at the table and are sitting between my hands. And these swings can happen within the span of an hour. So I can see why some business owners decide to throw in the towel and just work for another company. The emotional roller coaster can really get to you, and that paperwork is just murder. But being able to call something your own, and being able to set your own schedule, and being able to chase your own dreams isn't only necessary for you and your own personal growth, but also for the growth of future generations. The message we need to send across is, just because you might fail doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. And that way everybody understands that chasing their dreams is an obligation to yourself and to the community. When I'm grinding away on a job site late at night and my family gives me a call, I am overwhelmed with the feeling of belonging and the feeling of importance. And I regret the fact that sometimes I need to be away from my family to actually provide for them, but at the very same time, understanding the importance of my existence and also the importance of my skill set is one of the biggest motivators I've ever been blessed with, because it provides meaning. And with this meaning, I'm able to understand if I need to step on the pedal, if I need to ease off the gas, if I need help with directions, or if I need to just make a pit stop and refuel. My decisions become clearer because of my meaning. So I pity a future where tradespeople are replaced with the latest technology. I despise the notion that machines, which are lifeless and emotionally sterile, take away human opportunity to experience some of the most important emotions we can muster. Many of us experience meaning through our line of work and the complex relationship between work and family. And I fear the day we have to compete against processors. That's to say, if we are not competing against them already. Alright, laundry drain all done. 2-inch trap. It's going to come up. This is the only drain in here that's going to be connected to an air admittance valve, which is a valve that you're allowed to put in for a renovation purpose. This is all done. I'm happy about that. The last thing I'm going to do is clean up, do a little bit of vacuuming. The whole hog works like a dream, exactly what I was expecting of it. It just flies through so fast. When you work with a regular cordless drill and you're trying to bore a hole, as fast as it is, the whole hog just goes in way faster. That's just what I noticed. It's just a beast of a machine designed specifically for this. So I'm really happy with it. That's the kind of drill I wanted. Ever since I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta get my hands on one sort of thing.